As usual. Good evening, everyone. My name is Drew Chesney, and I am the Council Commissioner, and this is our March 2023 Roundtable. We have a pretty good set of slides for you this evening. We're going to be talking about some changes to youth protection. We're going to be talking about STEM programs, and we're also going to touch on some conservation and updates on other things. So feel free to sit back. We have the chat box open. If you want to drop any questions or comments into the chat box, we're happy to answer those as we go along. As usual, we'll also have a Q&A session at the end for everybody to participate in. So everyone at this point should see the slides. Thumbs up from somebody if you do. Excellent, fantastic, excellent. Real quick, I just want to provide everybody with my email. If you have any questions or comments that are not addressed this evening, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any thoughts on future topics that you'd like to see us talk or address, I'm happy to do so. Just feel free to send me your thoughts. First up, we're going to have our safety moment. Excuse me, with Brian.
All right, good evening, everyone. This is a timely safety moment here. As many of you know, there was an update to the Guide to Safe Scouting last month. And it's an important one. It's reflecting some significant changes in how overnight activities are going to be able to be run effective September 1st. So basically this deals with the registration of adult volunteers who are attending overnight activities. The current regulation under the Guide to Safe Scouting does allow for unregistered, and when I say unregistered, I mean unregistered with the BSA, unregistered adults to be able to participate in overnight activities as long as their presence at that activity is for less than 72 hours. That meant that for many weekend activities, OA events, camporees, troop and similar outings, unregistered parents and family volunteers could attend those overnight events. That will no longer be the case as of September 1st. And we'd encourage you to begin implementing this even before that. But as of September 1st, all adults 18 and over attending events, overnight events with Scouts must be registered with the BSA. And one note on that is that it does need to be a dues paying position with BSA. So the merit badge counselor, non-dues paying membership does not qualify for this. So the text is on the screen there. It's in the Guide to Safe Scouting. I'd encourage you to go check out the Guide to Safe Scouting online. The online version is always the most current version of that details that. There is a slight difference for Cub events, which you can see highlighted at the bottom there, where Cub parents or legal guardians taking part in an overnight Cub Scout program with their own child are not required to register as leaders even after September 1st, but there still needs to be other registered participants, other registered adults, that are present to meet the 2 deep leadership requirements for that. So we recognize that this is going to be a significant change for our troops and crews, especially. You probably have some volunteers, adult volunteers who are parents who are reliable to attend those weekend campouts and activities, but have been reluctant to get registered with BSA. As of September 1st, if they're going to continue in the program in that way, they're going to need to be registered. That includes the background check that's part of that. And that's really to protect all of us. And it's to protect your unit, it's to protect your chartered organizations, to protect, most importantly, the youth, to make sure that the adults that are attending these activities are registered, background checked, and have current youth protection. So important change to our YPT protocols. And as I said, you got some time now to start thinking about how to onboard some of those parents as registered leaders with your unit before this becomes effective September 1st, so that hopefully there are no planned fall activities or anything that suffer through as a result of lack of adult participation.
Very cool. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. And again, if anybody has any questions or concerns, you can drop in the chat, or you can bring them up towards the end and we will address them for you. Real quick, Mark, I'm going to pick on you, even though I didn't give you a heads up on this, sorry. There's been a lot of changes to staff, and there's been a lot of questions about who do we contact for what. So I took some pieces off of the website that you updated, and I was hoping you could reintroduce us to your staff and what they do and who we contact for help in certain areas.
Thanks, Drew. On the homepage of our website, one of the first links is to our council directory. The intent there is to share all of our volunteers' email as a kind of first point of contact. We did fully recognize that there was a gap in who to contact at the council for support. So now when you click on the council directory, there is also a quick link to the Service Center staff directory. And that pulls up a page, and that's what you see on Drew's screen right now. So we've taken a picture of everybody. There's some new faces. There's contact information, and then there's a list of the council functions that each staff support. What you can't see on Drew's screen is there's also a quick little send this person a message with a question, comment, request right off from that site. So real quick, easy way to find us and ask for help. A couple of changes. I think we've had a team in place for a little while, but I think some of these names, faces, and responsibilities are going to be new to a lot of people. On the screen right now, you see me, you see Holly Rogers. Holly is our fundraising assistant, and so she supports our popcorn sale, our donor management system. Below Holly, you see Tyler. That could be a new face for folks. Tyler's got probably the biggest job in the council, honestly. Everything program and activity related really crosses Tyler's desk. He takes care of all of our camp registrations, all of our activity registrations, activity budgets, supporting district activities. Tyler's a busy guy. He's got Jamboree. He's got quite a load on him. So very good at what he does. And if you haven't worked with Tyler, you're going to enjoy that. Quinn on the screen here. Quinn has a new role for the council. Quinn came from our membership side of the house. And I quickly recognized Quinn's true talents lie in really the technical side of things. And Quinn's going to be supporting us in our social media and managing all of our information systems. So e-newsletters, our Google Suite, Constant Contact, Zoom accounts, all of those communication tools. Quinn is now the lead administrator and manager of that. It's got his work cut out for him. We've had that all those different systems dissected between various staff. They belong all under one person. And Quinn's already tackled a lot of that and getting that cleaned up for us. So if you need access to your district Zoom account, if you would like access to a newsletter for the district, Quinn is our staff contact for that. We've got registrars on the screen and our office manager. Everybody knows Sandy, but Evan Weaver may be a new face. Evan is our council registrar. And he's also very good in supporting my.scouting information systems for our volunteers out there. And then without everybody going to Sandy for everything, Sandy does touch quite a bit, and she is a very good point of contact in the service center. So when all else fails and you don't see something on your list, Sandy is a good starting point to get some direction. Tori, membership director, she's been in that role for a little while now and finding a lot of success for us. On Tori's team, we've got Aaron, Jackie, and Frank. While they're all pointed towards new member recruitment, they have some specialties. Frank is really our contact for starting new units and working with potential charter partners, getting all of that organized and started, onboarding new leaders, and getting new units kickstarted. Aaron is out there organizing community events. The Scout Expo, for example, is an example of a community event that Aaron is neck deep in. Jackie is among membership. She's also doing community outreach. And maybe at some point we could talk about STEM as the council, but Jackie's also supporting our STEM initiatives. We've got more people on staff. I don't know if we captured all the pictures, Drew, or not, but
I just kept to the ones in the service center, but feel free to talk about the others if you want.
Yep, we've got Joel out at Rotary. If you don't know Joel, you're hiding under a rock. At Walkpomity, a new face and a new name for some of us. Maybe Robert or Bob McPherson. We onboarded Bob as our Walkpomity Ranger. So he's already got his feet wet, almost literally helping us out with one of his first activities in our Walkpomity fishing tournament up there. Doing a fantastic job. He's bringing a ton of enthusiasm, experience. He's been on that camp staff. He's familiar with the camp property. He's actually at Philmont this week, finishing up his ranger certification. So Bob's a new face for us.
Very cool. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Corey, you're up now with your membership slides.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Just a couple things before I dive into the slide is I know it's the first time we've really all gotten together, but just want to say thank you and congratulations to all of our units and our leaders for having membership growth this year. We had just about 1% overall from last year, which is the first time we've seen in a very long time. So I just want to say kudos and thank you to all of our leaders for out there recruiting and getting the scouting program out there. We couldn't do this without all of you. So we really did a couple of things that were really cool is where we grew is in our female scouts. We were at positive 33.5% this year, which is phenomenal. Our male scouts have went up a positive growth of 14%. So we're seeing everything coming back and it's really great. Parents are excited, families are excited. One great thing that we started this year was our Scout Reach program in the inner city of Albany. We are out there doing a Cub Scout program, about 175 youth at 5 different city schools. We partnered up with the Boys and Girls Club. Me, Jackie, and Greg Sweet are out there weekly doing these meetings with the kids, and it's making a huge impact. So it's really great. We're seeing it go in the right direction. So leading from there into what our spring recruitment. We got spring recruitment coming up. We're looking to kick it off actually this Saturday at our Scout Expo. But just wanted to put some reminders out there as we're all thinking about spring recruitment and wanting to grow our units. And one thing I've been really saying is, what legacy do you want to leave for your unit? What legacy do we want to carry on these units for? So these are some quick tips. Is engaging, enroll, and establishing connections. Engaging, you want to promote your recruitment nights. You want to get your, whether it's a pack or a troop, and you want to focus on fun for the youth. Make it simple. Do not overthink. Enroll, have printed information and key information about, to answer your parents' questions. And we have a lot of that stuff already pre-made for you guys on our website. Have the materials needed to enroll scouts, to complete applications that night. Have your laptops there so they can do online applications. Have it your tablets. A lot of the times, when you just hand out those applications or you're doing it, you kind of lose them. You want to capture them that night. They're there because they're interested. Get them involved, get them excited about it, and make sure you have your welcoming committee, somebody that's going to be there welcoming them, making them feel comfortable and seeing all the fun you have in scouting. And establishing the connections. Provide parents with multiple contacts, with new scouting families, with your leaders, but also maybe with current families. Talk to your current families so that they can share and keep everybody updated and get excited. Get new parents into your PAC communication network immediately. That is one of the biggest feedbacks we got back, is that parents don't know necessarily what's going on, or they're reaching out through Be a Scout, or they signed up, but they're not hearing anything. So make sure you're getting them involved. You're reaching out to them. Big thing, welcome your new families. Get that Tigger of your unit out there and getting them excited and have them coming into scouting so they enjoy coming. And it's not a chore to go to scouting. It's fun to go to scouting. And make a point to learn about your new families. I think this is one thing, is we get a new family in, the kids get excited, and then the parents are either sitting there or they're doing something. Get to know your families. That you have no idea what they can contribute to the success of your unit, whether it's their job, whether it's knowledge they have. So show that welcomeness to them. Follow up with families who are still deciding and joining and scouting. This is a big thing that we've seen that has dropped, and we just want to make sure that we're reaching out to them. They may be on the fence. Well, reach out to them, have them ask questions. And you can connect to either your district membership team or to, the council membership team. We're always there to help you guys doing recruitment and there to be able to help. So I wanted to make these are quick points, because as my brother always tells me, I put a lot of words on the screen. So I really kind of cut it down, but you can find this all on our website. I have the 3 E's that go into a lot more detail, and then there's a timeline, and there's also some great points and tips of having a joining night on our website. One of the things I'm really, truly excited about, and I want to get it out there, is we have our first annual Scout Expo this Saturday. Anybody that hasn't signed up, it is still open. We'll accept any units that want to come, but if any of the leaders or any of our other board members or directors, anybody, come out and see us. This has been Jackie. I will give kudos to Jackie Miller. She has taken this from this little thing and has now made it into a like this big, huge event, and we're really, really excited about it. We have there's about 73 scouts that are signed up to be there, and basically what they're going to be doing is each one of the units is going to be displaying what they do in scouting. We got somebody that's bringing their Klondike Derby sled and is going to go over the whole Klondike Derby. You have somebody that's bringing orienteering. You have a whole camping site. You got STEM, Pinewood Derby that's going to be there, STEM people. The 4-H is going to have the robotics club there, and all these units are doing different things. And on top of it, we're also having our first ever cast iron cook-off. So we have about 5 units that have signed up to do that. We have a Supreme Court judge and a community deli that's one of the bigger delis. And we have a New York Life rep that's coming. They're going to be our judges for it and our MCs. And as you can see over here, these are all the vendors that we have up here that are going to be there. The U.S. Slater, Fort William Henry, Wilton Wildlife, Tri-City BMX, Coding Ninjas, and the National Bottom Museum. And I do believe there's a couple more that came in at the last minute. New York Life is going to be there because they're going to have some fun games for the kids. They're all coming. They're all putting up displays on what they can do for the scouting program and what programs they have that will coincide to help with the retention piece. So we're really excited. And as you can see there in the center, that is our sticker that we have. So everybody that comes will get one of those stickers. Loved your idea, Brian. So I snagged your idea with the stickers. It's a great thing. We got them in today. So we're really excited. And also all of the units that signed up, flyers went out into their schools. So I think Jackie said today, I think we got into about 14 or 15 different schools inviting them to this. So this is also open to the public. So anybody that signed up got flyers out into their schools. They're all out there. So we're hoping for a great weekend and pray. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It's showing 60% chance of snow. Let's all do our little dance that we don't get any. And last but not least, one thing that we started was our membership fireside chats. We started these as just a reaching out with the membership team, and it actually has been a huge success. We're doing our Adirondack one tomorrow night via Zoom, and we're going to continue these on monthly. We've gotten some great ideas. These are it's chat about recruitment. It's sharing ideas with our leaders. It's a very laid back, casual conversation. We want our unit leaders to also engage with other unit leaders to talk about their successes, their challenges. What can we do to help them? And the best way that we can try to help and improve things is by hearing from our leaders. So they're going to be networking with the membership team and other leaders. We're going to discuss tips and how to maximize your recruitment efforts. Monthly themes on ideas for retention and recruitment. Like we're looking at April, maybe for our April one, it's camping. How can you use our camping and our great camping programs to be able to bring that in as a recruitment factor? So we may bring in some guest speakers to kind of talk about different types of recruitment ideas or how you can change things up or a program piece. These are just opportunities for units to share and participate. So we're finishing up our first round this month. We did them via Zoom. We've gotten really great feedback and we've had a great time on these calls. So we're going to continue them on monthly. So keep a lookout. We'll send out a listing and they'll all be up on the council calendar. And it's a quick 45-minute call at night. So if you guys got any questions, you need any help at all with recruitment, you can contact any one of us and we'll be more than happy to help out any way that we can. Thanks, Drew.
Great, appreciate it. Good job. Stop. Quinn, you got some social media tips for us?
Hi, so I'll keep it pretty quick and simple. Just want to make a quick note. I think it's really awesome when we post out really cool stuff on social media, and I think we should still do it. Absolutely. And also make flyers, QR codes. one thing I've noticed is that we've been kind of merging the two and putting QR codes with no link on a lot of posts from PACs, units, districts, and it happens, you use the flyer that you printed, you scan it, put it on social media. One of the difficult things is if it's on your phone, how do you then scan your phone if the QR code? So it's just a quick little thing I've noticed is that you want to make sure that you have the little link. If the QR code's on the flyer, totally fine, but having a link on the post as well is very helpful. And then some just passive recruitment. So I saw something the other day in my own community I was really excited about. Someone asked in our Facebook community page, hey, I have a kid that's looking for something to do outside of school. Any ideas? Somebody within minutes mentioned our entire unit, which we have a page for. And then we had 4 or 5 people go, oh, there's a Cub Scout pack nearby. And it just created this like 30, 40 posts in our Facebook community page. And it was phenomenal. So making sure that people are aware that you have a Facebook page in your own Facebook community is really helpful and useful. And the way we got to that point of that everybody knew in the Facebook page, we would post different cool activities and things that are happening that we're supporting or volunteering in around, and not just saying, hey, Cub Scouts recruiting every fall. We are having a presence on social media, and it's a great thing for if anyone's active on social media and it's access to your Cub Scout or troop page is being active in your community of your Facebook groups, so that people can mention you whenever topics like that come up. And you end up having a passive recruitment in the sense that people know you exist without you necessarily trying to reach out yourself. Just a really cool tip.
Cool. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate it, man. All right, Josh, your slides.
Hey there, I'm Josh Clark. I'm stepping in for our Conservation Committee Chair, Mike Burns. Mike Burns has been a long-term DEC employee. He's very much involved in land management and conservation. We're trying to promote, as a new committee, we're trying to promote conservation service projects and outings related to conservation, which is fairly common. A lot of units go out and do some sort of spring cleanup or recycling days and whatnot. And we wanted to make sure everyone knew some Earth Day, Arbor Day activities happening. Next slide, please. Oh, next from mine. Okay, I'll pop up mine. Give me a second. If you want to take it back, Drew.
Yeah, sorry about that. Where did they
Oh,
go?
okay. I Love My Park Day, which is on 5/6, as well as Earth Day and Arbor Day, have local events going on throughout the capital region. In particular, there is a canal cleanup sweep event that's happening. There's over 80 sites along the Erie Canal on what's that day? April 22nd, so I believe that's Arbor Day. There's all from Cohoes, all through Niskayuna, Schenectady. There's all events happening along that day that we thought was a fantastic resource to get our PACs and our troops out there for service projects, not service projects, community service, as well as the rank advancements. Additionally, I'm an outdoor ethics advocate. Later this month, I'll be going into a unit and doing a Leave No Trace trainer event for that unit, as well as later this fall, we'll be hosting a Leave No Trace trainer course. So that's what's going on with conservation. If we can help you at all with any service projects, you have any Eagle Scouts that are trying to do something outdoorsy and land improvement, I have Mike Burns' email right up there. He's a fantastic resource in that area and wants to get involved. So he'll get me involved too. All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Next up, our STEM community sent in a couple updates quickly. George was not able to be with us this evening for prior equipment. He just wants to remind people that STEM Beyond Advancement programs for Cubs, BSA, and Venturing is available. The STEM program has become a little bit less national central and is now being administered through local councils. Counselors are tracking awards through Scout Book, and I also understand that the insignia is now available to purchase through TRC merch. And at one point, a lot of the Nova awards and whatnot were not available, but I believe that's been corrected through our own website. It's ourselves, and Mark's nodding his head yes at that point. So we do have the list of Nova counselors, which I believe you can get through your Scout Book as well. So keep that in mind. First award is a Scarburst patch. Additional awards recognized with the 5 pins. There's a STEM newsletter. I don't remember the frequency of that, how often that comes out, but I have seen it several times over the last few months. So if you're not included in the STEM newsletter, Quinn will probably help you out with that through the office and getting set up and on their mailing list. And George will be at the University of Scouting at session 450, showing off and talking about STEM programs throughout the council and how you get involved with your youth and leaders to bring that program to them.
One quick update. I
Sure.
work with George on this Doug Lenz on the STEM, and look for hopefully some information. We're working with the Thinkubator in Troy. They have some great programs for Cubs and young scouts that can mesh with Cub badges and merit badge programs, and we're trying to get some of these sessions going with them in April. And we'll be looking for people who are troops who are interested to kind of sign up in advance, so we know about what to expect, so we can coordinate that with the Thinkubator.
Great, I appreciate that feedback. Do you have any comments on the current slide that's up now, Doug? Do you want to touch anything on this or no?
No, that's good for right now.
Okay, this is just kind of overgoing. Again, the Supernova is the next step up for those awards. It's earned through approved Supernova mentors. Again, the mentors available from the council itself. And then again, the programs are now administered through the local council. And we do have the insignia available once again, from my understanding from talking with George, once everything's been approved and earned. Oh, Josh, there's your other slides. Something happened on the import. I apologize, but do you have anything you want to touch on this or no?
No, I think I hit it all. I put the slide or links that I wanted in there, and I'll just hold it against you for the rest of my life. You know.
Fantastic, excellent. I can deal with that. All right, Brian, you're.
All right, so time to talk about camp. We're looking forward to a great season out at Scout Camp this summer. We have multiple programs depending upon age level and activity level, starting with our we have our resident camp first at Rotary Scout Reservation this summer. We've got 2 sessions this year. We're doubling it up, July 23rd to 26th, as well as July 26th to 29th. You can see all the fun activities that we're going to be doing out at resident camp. Resident camp builds upon the program that is offered at day camp and offers a few extra things like more fishing opportunities, aquatics opportunities, space opportunities, some bouldering, things of that sort. And it's a great, really great program for those Cub Scouts that are looking to take that next step up. Get to sleep in the Big Scout tents, just like you see down on the screen there. Hopefully this is a Quinn approved use of the QR code, because you've all got your phones that you can point at your laptops right now and take a snapshot of that QR code to get more information on Cub Scout Resident Camp this summer at RSR. And we've got the Scouts BSA Resident Camp as well. So we're running 4 weeks of Scouts BSA Resident Camp. You can see the dates listed down below there, 2 weeks in July, 2 weeks in August there. We are thrilled to offer over 50 merit badges plus scouting awards, like some of the aquatics awards that are not merit badge specific, but mile swim and things of that sort, snorkeling. We've got the BSA lifeguard, cope, tons of fun and activities all summer long. Something new that we're offering this year during our week 6 is a scuba program. This is a very new thing for us. We're partnering with Kraken Scuba in Colony to offer an opportunity for scouts to participate in the scuba, where they're going to go off site to a school pool for a few days to do their training, and then be able to do their check dives at Davitt Lake towards the end of the week. So That isn't an add-on, and that's the one program that doesn't fit within our all-inclusive fee structure for our camp. That is one of the advantages of our program, is that our camp is all-inclusive. So all the program materials, ammunition for shooting sports, handicrafts kits, all that kind of stuff is all included in the price of admission for camp, as well as some wonderful, delicious meals that our chef Sean is going to be preparing for us this summer. All of that's included in one fee. The one exception to that is going to be the scuba. Anybody that's done scuba knows that that's a more costly endeavor that doesn't fit within the structure of our scout camp fee structure. So that will be an additional, but Rick Stelricht is right on the ball there, helping us out there, reminding us that the campership applications are being accepted online. And we are looking for campership applications to come in by April 1st. You can go right to rsrbsa.org. Right there on the homepage, there's a link that'll take you right to the application for that. Merit badge schedule is coming out soon. I apologize that we don't have that for you just yet, Lee, but that'll be coming out soon, and hopefully in the next week we'll have that available for folks. You'll have some things to be able to plan on for that. And another QR code. And there's our day camp. We've got our Cub Scout day camp as well. That is for the Cubs. They're using a Jurassic Cub Park theme, playing off the dinosaurs there. Day camp is being offered this year at both Rotary and Camp Waukpamini. You can see the dates on the screen there. July 17th to 21st at RSR, 31st of July to August 4th at Camp Waukpamini. Both will run similar programs in terms of a lot of the activities that are offered. One difference is that for the RSR site, there is a regional shuttle bus that should be available for bringing scouts out to camp for that. I don't have the specific itinerary available to me, but I know that usually hits places, the high concentration areas like the Del Mar area, the Clifton Park area, kinds of spots like that, to be able to bring scouts out to day camp. So fantastic opportunity, getting the kids out to camp, having a great time this summer. So you start them off with the Cub Scout day camp, Cub Scout resident camp, Scouts BSA camp. We got scouts going off to Jamboree and doing other great things. So we're looking forward to a really exciting scouting summer this year.
Hey, Brian, there's a question in the chat, and I had the same question. Any ETA on when the schedules for resident camp will be out so scouts can start thinking about what merit badges they want?
Yep, mentioned that working on that, trying to get that out in the next week or so. Hoping to get that out to y'all pretty shortly. Merit badge registrations will go live once the final balances have been submitted for payment. So that'll be right after the May 1st deadline. And actually, one thing that I forgot to mention is that for Scouts BSA resident camp, the $100 camper deposits are due on March 15th, which is next week. So that's that initial deposit for that, and then the balances are due May 1st this year. Just so people are aware of that and catch that doesn't sneak up on anybody. We did the last couple of seasons during COVID. We slid the balance payment a little bit later just to give that extra little bit of accommodation for families. So we went to May 15th, but we've always traditionally been a May 1st payment deadline, and we are moving back to that May 1st deadline. It's really very, very helpful for us from a planning perspective to have hard numbers as well as payments in, because we're already ordering supplies, buying equipment and things like that. So it'll be March 15th for the deposits, May 1st for the balance. And then as soon as those balances are done, within the next day or two is when the merit badge registrations will go live. So beginning in May.
Okay. Any other questions for Brian on summer camp at the moment? And if you think of something, you can drop it in the chat or bring it up at the end.
And one more from me, not done with me yet. In order to put on this wonderful program that we've got this summer, we have a few of our staff members on the call here this evening, and we're looking for some more fun and engaging and outstanding team members to help join us here. Josh and I just spent a better part of this past weekend conducting interviews with new prospective staff members and CITs. It was a lot of fun getting to meet all of them, and looking forward to some really outstanding folks that are going to be joining our team. And we're looking for some more. In particular, there's 15-year-old CITs are 15 years old and minimum of first class. That's a great leadership development program. It's a great opportunity for those scouts who are kind of transitioning from a camper mode to more of a staff mode. And it is a program in which, in the CIT program, scouts work half the day learning how to become staff members and supporting the program areas. But the other half of the day, every week that they're with us, they are expected to go out and do personal advancement, to go work on merit badges, to go take Blue BSA lifeguard or do COPE or something like that. So it's a fantastic opportunity for them to continue to rank up and advance while they're also supporting the camp program and learning and just having a great time with their staff. I mean, you look at the picture there, you see all these knuckleheads in their costumes and everything. It's a great time. You know, the question in the chat about, are staff hired for all the weeks? That's our preference. You know, it's certainly our strong preference to be able to hire people for the full season. And for us, that means a staff week, 2 weeks of Scouts BSA, 2 weeks of Cub Scouts, 2 weeks of Scouts BSA. So it's a 7-week commitment. We do know that we have some folks this year that are going to Jamboree. So we've that's part of the reason why we adjusted our program to align our Cub Scout weeks with the Jamboree weeks, knowing that we were potentially going to lose some staff members to that program. And we were able to run the Cub program just because of the different nature of the program. We're able to run a Cub program with a fewer staff members than we can the Scouts BSA. Our preference is always to have folks that are there for the full season. Because obviously if they're doing a job that we need them for, it then becomes hard for us to replace them when they're gone. But we can be flexible at times. We can make some accommodations. It depends on the circumstances and when they might need time off. So we're looking forward to that. I know, and I'm grateful to the fact that the board is committed to providing additional resources for us this year for staff salaries to try to be more competitive for the opportunities that those staff members have with other potential employment opportunities. So that's something that we're looking forward to. And we're hoping to get a great team. We know we're going to have a great team because we know we've got a lot of great people coming back. And as I said, I'm excited about the folks that we interviewed this past weekend to join us.
So, I mean, how could you not want to be part of this team? You have Mr. Santa and Mr. Christmas, and you have a royal minion, an angry eagle, a Minuteman, a cowboy, and maybe a pirate, and that's just the right side of the photo. We haven't even gotten to the left side yet. So
yeah, I don't ask sometimes. I just, but no, it's a great group, great time. As I said, we've got several folks on the call here tonight that are part of our staff and been doing it for a while. So we're grateful to have them back and continue to build great tradition.
Beautiful. Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
All right. Little reminder on some trainings coming up that are on the calendar. There are other trainings, but these are the big ones that are always asked about. This month, we do have a den leader training that is done by Zoom. Registration is open on that. Introduction to outdoor leader skills, 28th at Waconomy of April, and then a blue the 19th to the 20th at Camp Waconomy. Again, those are the big ones. There's other ones that pop up and come around. So if you're a Cub leader who's looking to do the outdoor training for blue, or if you're looking for your IOLS, there's opportunities here. And if you're looking a den leader who doesn't quite like doing the full online stuff, but you're looking for a little hybrid and interaction, there you go. We have the University of Scouting coming up in 2 weeks, right? At this point, registration should close, I think, early next week. Brian, do you know off the top of your head?
I don't off the top of my head, but I'll look it up.
So we do have that. There's plenty of opportunities to sign up still. It's going to be at Shaker High School, Colony. It's a one-day program. There are several topics of great interest to leaders to enhance your program available in your units. So please, if you haven't signed up or you're looking for opportunities to learn new things and meet people, this is a great opportunity to do that. So please touch on that. I think the registration is through our website. Right on the front page, it should be, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and Brian just threw the link into the chat for everybody as well. Cool. And that brings us to about 45 minutes. And I always tell you, we're never going to do more than an hour at most. I appreciate everyone's time. We will probably set one up again for next month, depending on what's going on for topics and whatnot. I'm happy to entertain any questions if anybody has them. please feel free to speak. It could be anything we talked about tonight or anything in general. Also, a few of us do hang out to the end, so if it's a little bit more of a sensitive topic, we can make arrangements to have a quick conversation if you like. So other than that, Brian just also threw in registration closes on the 12th. So you got 6 days, people. Come to University of Scouting. It's a fantastic program. Cool. I don't see any questions popping up.
If I may, I
Okay.
just got an email from the Center of Gravity, the Thinkubator. We're looking at the week in April, the 10th through 14th, maybe a couple of days there. The kind of activities we're looking at doing is called an egg drop and a mini zip line. So these are great STEM oriented programs for the kids, hands-on for the kids. So hopefully this announcement will get out to the council with more details. We're looking to try to get a sense for how many kids may want to participate so the council can coordinate with the Thinkubator. And if people have questions, they can contact myself or George Hassel. But hopefully we'll get this information out with what the egg drop and the mini zip line activities will be. And we get the if your pack or den or troop is interested, let the council know so we can get a sense for the number of participants and again coordinate that. The Thinkubator is in downtown Troy at the Center of Gravity. And so that's what we're trying to do for as a new STEM partner opportunity.
Great. Thank you, Ben. All right. Well, there's no other else. I'm gonna stop the